Welcome back to
Witches and Wizards.
Damn, bro, we were like harmonizing and shit. That
Yeah.
was crazy, dog. Uh, so yeah, it's been a minute. Sorry we missed a week. We were fucking exhausted
We were
from
raging.
Memorial Day,
We raged.
and by raged I mean ate 14 bratwursts
And like 16 additional hot dogs.
hell yeah, brother,
Killed it at pool.
killed it. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
Hope you guys had a great Memorial Day weekend last week. This week is going to be a great week. We've got some cool topics for you today.
Yeah, today's going to be a video game episode. If you're here for Trench Crusade, we're sorry.
Well, it's going to be games because I'm going to be talking about some tabletop shit.
Oh, yeah.
But Max wanted to kick it off with a Witcher update.
Little baby update.
A
Just
baby
didn't need a
update,
win.
but better than no update, bro.
I did more. I killed, what's his fuck? Imlara, something like that. Is that how it's said? Yeah. Killed him. Gotta say, bro was aura farming with all the succubi. And
He
the
was.
throne.
He was.
I was like, okay,
That
Billy
was
Badass.
crazy, bro.
Okay. His fight was not really difficult. I struggled more as Siri with the crones for some reason.
That one's a hard fight, though.
It didn't
Siri
take
with
me,
the crones.
It didn't take me very long.
Siri with the crones?
It took me a few minutes, but
Yeah, but it's harder than most of the other boss fights.
yeah, it was difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Did that. Immediately afterward, went and saw my boo Bei Yin. Broke a bitch out of prison. Talked to the elf. I hate his guts. He's annoying.
He is the one that was the
Yeah.
little guy, and
Keeps on calling me some sort of Gaelic name.
Yeah.
Like Gwen Blade or something.
Gwen.
Yeah.
Gwen.
Then I just did some contracts, nothing crazy, and then I was really tired. I've been tired lately.
Me too. I think it's all the weather changes up here.
Yeah.
It's sleepy season.
We've been doing more activities because it's warmer out.
That's also very true. Speaking of activities,
what do you got in store for us?
Well, you wanted to talk about another game that just got a demo out.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can jump straight into that.
Right here.
Yeah, as of like yesterday or today at the time of recording, a game that I mentioned in one of the first few episodes, Date Everything, released a demo. Their release date got pushed back. Whatever. Put out the best game you can. We'll wait.
For sure.
What are we going to do?
Yeah, but not also, play the game? No.
I'm super excited. They've got a smorgasbord of excellent voice actors playing Date Everything. By the way, if you don't remember, it's a dating simulator where you can date everything in your house, from your front door to your washing machine to fucking your security system to your couch.
That's
to
crazy.
Your oven.
So nuts.
There's like allegedly there's going to be 300 different endings.
300?
There's 100 romanceable characters. And you can also like cheat, you can make enemies, you can like I think you can be poly if that's your bag. Caleb's jaw is on the floor.
300?
I imagine it's
no wonder they delayed the fucking game. That's so much.
I imagine it's something similar to the people being like, oh, Baldur's Gate 3 has 17,000 endings. It's probably like, oh, you ended up with this person hates you, these people.
Right. There's a lot of factors.
That's what I imagine. I'm not going to be completionisting this. Oh, who knows? It looks fun. I'm planning on playing the demo.
Yeah.
Soon. I thought I got the words backward for a second. I'm hoping to tonight after recording, if I'm not dead. I've been very busy with my job lately and I'm exhausted.
Fair. If you do play tonight, let's get on a Discord call so I can watch you play.
Yeah.
I'm so down.
Yeah, I know Neil Newbon, aka Astarion, I'm pretty sure he's a washing machine.
That's fucking nuts.
For everybody who's out here like Caleb, Matt Mercer is a voice. I don't know who he is. Brendan Lee Mulligan is a voice. Caleb has asked me not to spoil that. I know exactly who he is. Oh god.
I'm sure I'll find him, unless you like unlock characters as the game goes on.
Maybe. I think it's mainly exploration.
That's cool. It sounds like a very interesting premise.
Some guy from Orion High School Host Club is in there. I can't remember his name. It's a first name, initial, last name guy. That doesn't narrow it down.
Oh, like blank H blank kind of thing?
Oh. Zeno Robinson is a voice. Oh, he's the vacuum. He's a shotgun guy in Demon Slayer.
Okay, don't show up to school, kid. Yeah.
Yes, horrible.
Don't show up to Demon Slayer training tomorrow, Tanjiro. Pulls out the fucking sawed off shotgun, dude. That kid
got
gave
his
up
fucking
so
eyes
much.
nearly poked out.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
God, I'm excited for it though.
It sounds fun. Oh, I
as
heard.
of this, it's
I
supposed
did
to
hear.
release June the 17th.
I did hear that Robbie Damon is in it.
Oh God, remind me
He's
who
the
he
guy
voices.
who voices Spider-Man in a lot of like animated stuff.
Oh, that's exciting.
And he's also on Critical Role a lot
I
as
feel
well.
like
He's a cool guy. Very nice guy.
I feel like I heard Matt Berry might be on the project, but that could have been a different game.
That would be so
That might have been
cool,
a different game, but I
though.
would love to see Matt
If
Berry
he was in that if he's a robot assistant or something.
like he's like your Siri, like hello user.
That would be awesome.
The only time I've never heard Matt Berry's real voice, so I just know him as what's his fuck and What We Do in the Shadows.
Which is basically his real voice.
You really are the most devious man in New York City. How was that?
So good. That was a great.
I love Matt Berry.
A great impression.
This is the way we dress in Tucson, Arizona. That's it. That's all I'll do.
Transylvania. So we went to the next best place, Pennsylvania. It's so stupid. So dumb.
But yeah, y'all should check out the demo. It looks super fun.
What's it called again?
Date Everything! Exclamation point.
Date Everything.
I think the game is no more than $25. Like the full game, you could pre-order it.
That's awesome, dude. I love
Demo's
that.
free.
Demo's free. Speaking of cool fucking games, gamers, I got a couple of Kickstarters that I've been backing recently.
That voice came out very Duke Nukem.
Gamers. Oh yeah, gaming. Game. Kilimanjaro. Game. Betrayal. This is a Halo voice.
We're so tired. We're just sitting here stimming.
So I just wanted to go over three different games that I've backed recently that are cool, and I want to shout them out because the guys who make them are fucking awesome, and I got to meet.
Did you meet these guys at
I got to meet every game that I'm talking about today. I got to meet someone who worked on that game or the / creator of the game at Adepticon.
Was one of them Church Crusade?
No, but that I did meet them. They're very nice. But no, I'm not talking about Church Crusade. So first up, I'm going to talk about a cool new skirmish game called Flames of Orion, which shout out to the Hive Scum podcast. Okay. Steve from the Hive Scum podcast, he made his own game, and it is a mechanized tabletop skirmish game set in the dark future.
Mechanized, elaborate on
that. In the shadow of a dying star, massive war machines battle for survival in the desolate Orion sector.
Okay, so do you play are your little characters like mechs or?
Yeah, gotcha. You control mechs. So Flames of Orion, I'm just reading off the little thing on the Kickstarter, but it's a model agnostic, so it's like Trench Crusade. You can use whatever models you want. Tabletop miniature skirmish game where players control combat units comprised of giant mechanized machines fighting over a devastated system. It's very cool. Basically, I didn't buy this when I was at Adepticon because I'm not usually into mech games. Because I've had bad experiences with BattleTech, which is a game that is like a mech game. But Steve basically made this to be like an answer to the
he corrected it.
Yeah, it's like BattleTech is notorious for taking forever, having like a billion different rules and really complicated. And so Flames of Orion is just like super simple. It's quick to play. It's on a small map, and it's easy. So it contains, I'm reading off again, fast-paced and deadly combat, balanced by your mechs having overheating engines. The game will keep you on your toes as you fight over scraps of a fading system. Pushing it too far means your systems, like your mech's systems, could overheat, resulting in an explosion that devastates everything in its wake. Will the gamble be worth it?
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. There's different loadouts. You can like totally kit out all of your mechs completely differently, which is really cool. And there's like, you can play with quick start, which is just like jumping into the game. Bam, you have a list. He says it should take you under 5 minutes. So like, you know how in Treasure Crusade, when we sit there and you have to like make sure your list is built, we could build a brand new list, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's also veteran mode. So if you want even more control over your list, if list building is more your thing, that gives you way more like control over what your mechs have. But you start with a limited number of credits, and you can purchase upgrades for your mechs and all that
Okay.
jazz. It's pretty cool. He's playing in 6 millimeter scale. So if this, but he also says if the scale is slightly off, it doesn't matter. So it's like smaller scale, which is chill. But it's because it's big mechs. So like Trench Crusade or Warhammer, like a normal dude,
Right.
that would be the size of a mech. But that mech is like the size of like 4-story house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a 6 millimeter. So a normal human is 6 millimeters tall.
Gotcha.
So if
Okay.
something's like 20 millimeters tall, that's 5 people standing on top of it.
Okay.
Stuff like that. My math is bad. But yeah, the art looks sick as hell. Shout out Martin McCoy and some other guys. Here's some of the art for it here.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool. And it's just kind of like grimy space mech craziness. Really encourages kit bashing and things like that. But what sold me on it was I got to see some people playing it at Adepticon, and they looked like they were having a great time.
Yeah.
And normally I'm like, on mech games, because like I said, BattleTech was kind of not that fun. But I got to meet people who were playing it at Adepticon, and everyone I met
looked like a good time.
Everyone I met who played it was like, "It's great, you should get it." Blah blah blah. And he sold out of the copies that he had at Adepticon, which I'm guessing encouraged him to start a Kickstarter. So currently, the Kickstarter right now, if you're listening to this on Tuesday, the Tuesday that this episode drops, it's going to be the last day that the Kickstarter is available.
Okay.
I will link the Kickstarter in the description of the video.
If anything, like if they're too late to like,
you can still pledge late though.
Yeah. Oh, you can.
Yeah, Kickstarter has late pledges.
I was gonna say if they can't pledge, then they can at least keep up.
But the cool thing is, there's been 799 backers as of recording of this, which is $27,811.
Nice.
So, and he only had a goal of 5,000. So, bro blew his goal out of the water. It's awesome. Please check out this sweet game. It's really cool. There's just like a ton of cool stuff you can get, and it's nothing crazy. You know, like it's not super expensive. You can get just the rules, just the PDF of the rules, like not a physical copy, but a printed out version for $10, dude. So if it sounds up your alley, bro, check it out.
Please check out the website, see more of the details.
Yeah, I will definitely link it in the description. Please check it out because Steve is a really nice guy. I got to talk with him at Adepticon, and I bought some goblins riding squigs off of him, and we traded some bits. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
So that's the first Kickstarter I wanted to talk about. And then I want to talk about that one first because that's the one that's still going. So I wanted to push people towards it.
Can I squeeze in another demo I played recently that I had fun with? We can take turnsies.
Yeah, we take turns.
I recently played, I think you mentioned you saw this on like TikTok. That's where I found it. I played the demo for Quarantine Zone and had a blast. I guess it's kind of like a simulator game. You're on a base where people are coming to get rescued from the zombie apocalypse in a city.
Right.
And basically you're just scanning people, checking their symptoms, see if they may or may not be infected. They might be, you quarantine them.
Quarantine, air quotes.
Yeah, you do quarantine them for 2 days. If they are infected and 2 days pass, they kill everybody else in the quarantine pod.
Oh, God.
So you lose people that might not be infected at all.
That's crazy.
If they're definitely infected, there's symptoms that show they're definitely infected, but, you know, have not manifested that fully yet.
Right.
You send them to, I can't think of the word.
Waste management or whatever.
Similar. I don't remember the exact word, but yeah, they go get their waste managed.
In a trash compactor.
And if they're fine, you just send them out. You kind of manage the base, make sure food and medicine and supplies are stocked. You manage the generators. Every now and again, a truck will come, but the trucks have specific parameters like, oh, only women can be on this truck. This truck can have any. so on and so
Are
forth.
people like leaving, evacuating your
Yeah, they're
base?
getting evacuated.
Oh,
And then
interesting.
also there's certain nights where you have to like load up a drone with some ammo and station some guys and keep the infected from getting into the base.
Right, yeah.
I got lost in it really quickly and I was sad about how fast the demo felt was over, but they let you play like 7 full like in-game days.
That's pretty cool. When does the game come out?
September, and I'm really upset that I
Oh,
have to wait that
bruh.
long.
Bruh. That is forever.
I had a blast playing it though. Y'all chat, you should check it out.
What's it
It's
called again?
Quarantine Zone.
Quarantine Zone.
Like free demo as well. I had a weird amount of fun playing it. I don't normally love simulator games,
I'll
but
have to check it out.
it was fun. You should
Maybe
give it a try.
you play the demo again, you could stream it too.
Yeah, I'll do
That'd be
that.
fun. The next game Kickstarter I want to talk about that sadly is already over, but you are more than welcome to. I'll link the Kickstarter page and you can late pledge it. So, but it's called Space Gits.
Hmm.
It's a dexterity based
Like
skirmish game. Gits,
Okay.
Gits. It's
Oh,
orc.
like go on.
It's
Get.
orc speech in 40K.
Okay.
But it's a miniatures game of drunk ass space orcs.
Okay.
A
Okay. I'm
dexterity
listening.
based skirmish game by the guy who designed Gaslands. If you've heard of that game, it's like you take Hot Wheels cars and you kit bash them into Mad Max cars, and then you like Mad Max like fight your cars. It's very cool. It's a cool concept. But
Should tell my brother about that.
yeah, I'll make it. But yeah, the campaign was really successful. They had a goal of I don't know what their goal was, but they raised over £100,000
Wow.
because it's in Great British pounds because this guy's from
Yeah.
the UK. But I got to meet Tyler, who is also known as Billion Dollar Clown Farm, who
Okay. Yeah.
he painted all the minis for the Kickstarter, and he's been working on the game, doing art for the game, stuff like that, which is really cool. So yeah, a great war fleet of interstellar Hulk ships departs the planet Crunge to terrorize the rest of the Vlarg system and bring home the spoils of war. With the strongest and most brutish orcs gone, the spineless gits that remain run amok in the mega city of Nork.
This sounds like
Gnork,
fun.
tearing into the city into pieces in a drunken orgy of destruction,
Oh wow.
rioting, looting, and partying. When the warriors return exhausted from their conquests, what will they find? The Gits have wrecked the place again. Space Gits is a dexterity based. It's so fun. Yeah, orcs are very silly. It's a great time. They're my favorite Warhammer
No
faction,
way.
hands down. I
No
love
way.
orcs. I've got like 2,000 points of actual real Games Workshop plastic orcs, which is like so expensive.
Like 2,000 like dollars?
No, probably closer to like 800 or
Oh,
900.
still.
It's still expensive. And I didn't even get
Well,
all the like
$800 so you have like 4 things.
No, that's one army. One.
How many pieces?
And that's not including paint.
How many pieces?
A lot of pieces, but that's
Okay.
one army.
God.
Yeah. That puts into perspective like how expensive Warhammer is, bro. It's fucking
Yeah,
pricey.
I remember you took me to the cafe near us, and I was whenever I was thinking
Dude,
about it, and I
yeah.
saw the price, I was like,
Yeah.
no, this is not for
I'll
me.
3D print you whatever you want. It's not worth spending your money in there, dude.
I'd rather just Trench Crusade.
That too. So yeah, Space Kits. It's dexterity based, which is interesting. And it's about drunk orcs fighting, looting, shooting, and scooting from Mike Hutchinson's, which is cool. And Tyler Russo, shout out Tyler, fucking cool ass guy, $1 billion Clown Farm. He's on Instagram, check him out. And they're making a campaign. So
that sounds fun.
it's a very interesting rule set. So it's dexterity mechanics, which are like I've never seen this before. 2 to 5 players, plays out in under an hour, and it welcomes and encourages kit bashing, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And it can be played as a drinking game.
Dude,
it includes rules for
should have opened with that.
Drunken orc on orc combat, a full campaign system, vehicle rules, and Planet Smashers Games does not condone drunk driving except in 28 millimeter scale. So yeah, very cool.
Dude, once that's up and running, we should try it.
I
Like,
have the quick
host a
start
little
rules already,
like host
so
a little game night.
I should, and we can use all the orcs I already have.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you control a gang of orcs rampaging through the city. It has really silly moves. To move, you roll dice into the play area, and you move directly toward the die you rolled.
That's awesome.
And then wherever they land, you shoot pretty much the same way. You roll a dice, and you spray bullets towards the die you rolled, hoping
awesome.
someone's in the way. You fight using a twist on rock, paper, scissors, where each throw selects a different fighting action.
That's
so
awesome.
you end up in like a macho bluffing game trying to predict if your opponent will throw, shove, pinch, or jump.
That's awesome. What are you talking about?
Both damage and activations are managed using little towers of dice, so like D6s, right? That have to stay in contact with your little gits, your orcs, at all times. When you move the model, you have to move the tower of dice with it. If the tower ever falls down, so does your orc, and they can't get back up unless or another orc comes to help pick them up. You scoot around using bottle caps, and mugging your opponents and generally causing mayhem until the 30-minute timer is up. Then you have to run, which is really cool. So it's like you play the game with a timer.
That sounds like a blast.
Yeah, it's super silly. I was like, I read the rules. I was like, what, dude? This is fun, man. So all you need to play are 3 to 5 space orc minis, some table space, and he recommends a 2x2 foot square. But I'm thinking this poker table would be perfect for it. And then you need some rusty looking city terrain and general garbage, like rubbish, to fill it.
Yeah.
A shit ton of D6s and at least one set of funny shaped RPG dice. So like D20, D8, D10s, all those.
Anything that's not a D6.
You also need 20 or so bottle caps or tokens, or empty bases works too. A tape measure or a ruler, because it's a minis game, so you have to. But he says that using a short little wooden ruler is easier because you can lay it down on the table and have both hands to move your models. Because if you knock over the tower dice, it's bad. But yeah, it's super silly.
Yeah.
The quick start rules are available for free, which is really cool. And it's a pretty fucking good time. But yeah, and there's different like languages and stuff. And there's different what's it called? Different like factions of orcs, which are cool. But yeah, it's 128 pages of drunken goodness.
Wow.
Full color, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it a lot. There's beta rules too, if you feel like that. But yeah, the core of Space Gits is releasing. It's basically making it open source. Air quotes on that because it's not like software, but he's essentially saying, hey, you can take the engine of this game and make whatever you want. It doesn't have to be orcs, which is cool. So
yeah,
but yeah, and he said that it might not be available at retail after the campaign. So if you want it, definitely do a late pledge. So I will definitely link it below. But I'm very excited to play this with you, and I think
sounds like a blast.
I think it would be a really good way to introduce your dad to tabletop board gaming because it's just simple and goofy and fun. So, but yeah, 1,500 people backed it.
Yeah.
And it made over 100,000 Great British pounds.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know if the pound is weaker or stronger than the dollar right now, but at least 100K dollars, which is a lot of fucking dollars.
Yeah.
So good for them. I hope they're doing well. Yeah, shout out Tyler. Tyler is a guy I met at Adepticon. Super cool guy. Very nice. And Tyler is really good at painting orcs. Like, I don't know if I showed you.
Did he do that one? No, that's Orc
No,
Butt.
that's Orc Butt. Yeah. Different guy. But yeah, that's some of the art for it here. That's an orc that Tyler
his
painted.
Paint style.
Right? It's very cool.
Cartoony.
Yeah, that's very orky. That's the cover. Space Gits.
I like that.
Yeah, very, very colorful, very fun
before you dive into the third, we could do a quick little Trench Crusade debrief since we just played.
Oh yeah, that's true. We could do that.
Space them out.
Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we just played like shortly before we recorded.
We
Caleb wiped
literally
the floor
finished.
with me.
Yeah, I got to play my first game with my heretics, my heretic legion.
He says they're not, but they're OP.
They are not OP.
He was failing every dash and still kicked my ass.
I failed a lot of dashes. I would have won a lot faster if I
also
hadn't.
wasn't rolling good for
You rolled horrible. You did not.
I got like every dash, but everything else I rolled like shit.
Yeah, you succeed. You critted like 3 dashes, but every time you shot me, you missed.
Yeah, it was stupid.
It was crazy, bro. That's just Trench Crusade for you, though.
I got wiped.
You didn't get wiped, but we played the supply raid scenario for all the trenchers in the chat. We played supply raid, and Max put the supplies a little too far from their edge of the board, because I don't think you really understood. Like,
no, it was my first time playing.
I was the attacker. They were the defender. So I was like, you need to defend these, and yeah, it is what it is. So. It's fine.
But I think I'm getting the rules a lot better this go round. I needed a little less help.
Your anchorite survived.
Yes.
Your prophet survived barely.
You nuked my nun again.
I did somehow. So I had a heavy armored anointed with the grenade launcher. And I just fucking went and sent it. And I rolled like boxcars on the injury.
Mm-hmm.
And she had like -1 armor, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, rip, she's dead as fuck, dude. That was awesome. That felt so good, though. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh,
I'm going to get you one day with the nun.
Bro, yeah. Dude, that nun is terrifying. That's why I focus it, because you're like, you run it out in the open, and then you're like, don't shoot it. I'm like, I'm going to shoot it, bro. Like,
it was my second game.
So? You're fine. You can know not to leave something out in the open, because I'm going to fucking shoot at it.
Mm-hmm.
You crazy person. But yeah, it was fun. We had a really good time.
It went a lot smoother this time now that I kind of know better what I'm doing.
Shout out Kagan and John Luke and Kirby and all the local Trench Crusade organizers. They let us borrow a trench board, so we got to play on like some legit terrain. So whenever we post this episode, we should post pictures of that.
Yes.
And you'd be like, check out the new episode. It'd be fun. So yeah, that was really cool. And I got to use my every model that I used on that table was converted.
Yeah.
Like for my Heretic Legion list, because that's the Heretic Priest that Trent from Miscast kit bashed for me at Adepticon. So I wanted to make a whole warband, and everything in that warband was converted in some way. So I'm really happy with it. I was playing with some unfinished models, like they're not painted all the way, but some of them are painted all the way. So I'm excited. It's fun. Yeah. So
good game.
It's a great game. I had a lot of fun. Did you have fun?
Not towards the end.
Not towards the end.
I was getting so fucking annoyed.
Yeah, you kept failing on stuff, and when you're losing in Trench Crusade, it's like very obvious that you're losing, because once you have less guys to activate, you can do less things. And when you do less things, the enemy does more things than you.
Well, duh.
And when they do more things than you, they're winning. Yeah. So it's very like
astute observation. You have very powerful deduction skills.
First one's free. But yeah, it was fun though. The supply rate is an interesting.
It was fun.
I definitely got lucky with some rolls for sure. You okay?
I'm so itchy.
I think it's just hot. I think you're hot.
I don't get itchy when I'm hot.
Oh, I get hella itchy when I'm hot.
It's because you're hairy.
No, even on places where I don't have hair.
I don't think that exists.
The palms of my hands and the bottoms of my feet.
Pretty sure you even have hair there. You're a hairy guy.
I don't have hair there. I promise. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, dude. It's been getting so hot.
And I'm out of Benadryl at
home. I think I have Benadryl cream that Naomi uses for like bug bites and stuff. If you need some,
maybe I'll be fine. It's literally only been when I've been here or something. Because I was fine playing Trench Crusade. I think we're gonna cut this, by the way. We don't need to hear about how
No, I'm
itchy
gonna
I
leave
am.
in how itchy Max is.
I don't know why I'm so itchy.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, but do you have anything else you want to talk about with the Trench Crusade game?
I don't think so. I think I put up a good fight.
You did. You put up a great fight.
Made it 3 turns.
You got to use your sniper priest, but as just a normal trench pilgrim.
Yeah, I'm painting a sniper priest right now. It looks okay.
It looks great. You're doing a good job. I'm serious, bro.
I've painted before. I keep saying that.
Yeah, and this is a great job for your first mini ever painted.
Mm-hmm.
So painting on a two-dimensional surface and painting a miniature are two very different things, very different skills. Like obviously some things translate, like color mixing and things like that, but it's a hard hobby to like pick up. So you're doing a really good job, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad you like Trench Crusade playing it. Like, yeah, there's not a lot of my friends that actually will like sit down and play a tabletop war game with me. So I appreciate you.
I mean, it's fun, so
I'm glad you're having fun. Seriously, not a lot of
You're
people
so
find this shit
heartfelt.
fun.
It's so disgusting.
How dare I be heartfelt? Ugh, gross. Gosh, never mind. I take it back. Fuck you, Max. I'm gonna pub stomp you again next week, asshole. Speaking of tabletop war games and everything like that, the next Kickstarter, if you're noticing a trend, I've backed a lot of tabletop games.
They're all on my starter tonight.
They're all miniatures agnostic, and they're also all skirmish games. So
wow,
this last one, yeah, army, like whole army games like Warhammer are just like impossible to get people to play them with you because
it's expensive for one.
It's expensive for one, and two, it's a lot of fucking work to paint up an entire army. Especially when you're the person who gets your friends into the hobby, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier to convince somebody to play Trench Crusade where they need 8 little dudes versus Warhammer where you need 200 little dudes and you paint all of them. It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This one is a skirmish game. It's called 1490 Doom. Very cool. So in the year 1490, it's a tabletop war game set in a grim, dark world between 1490 and 1494, where players lead doom companies, warriors united by desperation and survival instinct, through a world plagued by the creeping death. Navigate treacherous landscapes, scavenge for resources, and engage in brutal combat as you fight to outlast the horrors that threaten to consume all. So essentially, this creeping death is like fog. Fog, toxic gas is rising up out of the ground, right? So everyone is choking to death on this toxic gas. So 1490 Doom is all about getting the highest spot. That's what it's about. That's how you win. You want a verticality, so high ground wins, right? So it's a intense skirmish combat game, but listen to this: you only control 3 dudes.
Okay.
Same with the enemy, and you play on a 2-foot circle.
Okay.
So it's a really small board.
So basically this.
Yeah, like the inner circle of the little poker table we're on. And you want like a castle or a tower or something you climb up. And so the whole game is typical, kind of like how we did the supply raid, like you're grabbing supplies or whatever. The like playthrough I've seen of it was you're grabbing supplies like, you know, in this, but you're in a keep and you're fighting over who gets the high ground because you want to be in a castle tower higher than the fog. Because if you're in the fog, you'll fucking choke to death on the fog.
Yes.
Which is a really cool concept. The end began in the year 1490. A cursed fog spewed forth from the earth. It choked the land, corrupted flesh, and drove men to madness. This creeping death did not come like the fire of war. It seeped, it suffocated, it consumed. Cities fell silent. The great fortresses of Christendom stood as islands in a sea of rot. Lords and bishops barricaded themselves in towers, while the starving masses were left to perish below. Yet now the battle rages on. Survivors now form doom companies, bands of desperate
I was
warriors
wondering how long you were gonna stick with
willing
that.
to do anything to live another day. In the ruins of Rothenburg, across the burning plains of France, among the shattered
Ew,
cathedrals of
France.
Rome, they fight, they climb, they die. Very fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it raised, get this, 1,200, so 1,200 people backed this. It raised $195,000.
Damn.
Smashed the $20,000 goal.
Yeah.
They did 975% of the goal. So they went way more than they thought they would, and they unlocked basically all the stretch goals. And it fully funded in 18 minutes. Nuts.
Damn.
Yeah, they've been like promoting it. I've seen a bunch of ads for this game. I got to meet some of the creators at Adepticon. Want to shout out Ian. Ian, also 200-pound goblin on Instagram. He's a cool guy.
Oh yeah, he
Um,
spammed like the Instagram the other
he's so
day.
cool. Bro is yoked. Like he's like
Shredded.
he's shredded for sure, and he's like 5'6", 5'7". Shout out to Short King. We love a Short King in on the Wenches and Wizards pod. He's from, I want to say, Georgia or something around that area, but he's vegan. He's like super vegan, bro.
Hmm.
Like straight edge, hardcore vegan guy. I don't know if he's
What does
straight
this have
edge.
to do with the gameplay?
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Okay, but I don't know if he's straight edge or not. I'm just saying straight edge vegans are a thing. But anyways, um, Ian was a guy that I met at Adepticon. He played in a 1490 Doom tournament
Mm-hmm.
at Adepticon, which I like didn't even realize the rules for the game were out at by Adepticon. So I would have brought three little guys to play a game. I didn't even know, but he said he was telling me all about it. He was like, "This game fucking rocks, dude. You should play it." Blah blah blah. But I never got a chance to play it. But I got to see people play it. It looked really fun, and it was quick. It's 2-player matches. You can play a campaign, and a match takes 30 to 45 minutes. That's it. So even faster than Trench Crusade, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like Trench Crusade can take about an hour.
Yeah.
If we both know the rules really well, it could take 45 minutes. It's just, it depends, you know? So like games that shoot for that, I like shorter games because then you can like, you know, it doesn't take all night, you know? So, but it's cool. So Ian was like super interested in and told me it was good. So he's the reason I even backed it, to be honest with you. I also met the couple of the guys who made it at Adepticon. They seemed really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a bunch of the minis. I got a physical rule book. I got STLs for all the minis, which is really cool. So I'm going to talk about the gameplay a little bit more. Essentially, it's kind of like you form your Doom company, which is your little team, which is only 3 guys. So you get to choose though which guys you want, and so there's a bunch of different little guys.
Like you assign them a role,
like
or
they like classes in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So imagine in Dungeons and Dragons, if every person playing had their own party, and you get to pick which 3 classes are in your party. So like you're like, I want a bard, I want a wizard, I want a cleric, blah blah blah. But instead of like the D&D classes, there's a scavenger, a brute, a scout, an assassin, a warrior priest, a fighter, a saboteur, and a knight. There's also some of the stretch goals like blacksmith, beekeeper. Beekeeper sounds crazy. Doom hunter and executioner, which is cool. And then they have like characters for the story and stuff. But those are like the classes, which is just so interesting. The models look really cool. They have STLs for all the models, and you can also buy physical versions of the models. And the Kickstarter is actually on Game. It's on GameFound. It's not on Kickstarter, but it's fine. But yeah, so every little guy has like different abilities they can do, and their stats are different, which is really cool. But another reason I bought it, honestly, one of the main reasons I bought it, is because it comes with modular castle STLs that just like print
Hmm.
on my
Yeah.
FDM printer, so we could just like build this really cool castle. And
Hmm.
I wanted a cool castle model for a long time. And I was like, oh, and a game to use it with besides like Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm definitely gonna print out this like just huge badass castle. But yeah, Tumas, the guy who
Hmm.
made Trench Crusade,
Yeah.
he left a little review for it, which is cool.
That's cool.
He says 1490 Doom miniatures are a pure, blissful slice of grimdark, perfectly blending the medieval horror and easy use on tabletop together. And that's from Tomas Pirinen, the creator of Mordheim and Trench Crusade,
Oh yeah.
which very cool guy. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'll link the game found under there. But it's really cool. Here, I'll show you some of the art. That's the modular castle,
Yeah.
which
That's
is
sick.
sick. Yeah, just scroll
Yeah.
around and you can scroll up. You see the little guys and
Yeah.
everything. But yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Are they cool? Which one's your favorite? I
Let me
want to know.
see. Scavenger looks cool.
Scavenger is cool.
Yeah, probably the Scavenger.
I think Scavenger's cool. I think my favorite
character design
yeah,
wise.
character design wise. I have no idea what the rules
I
are
do
for
like
any
the
of them yet.
Saboteur too.
The Saboteur's fun. I think my favorite character design, which you don't really see in that little art up there, you got to scroll up for it, is the beekeeper, because he's like wearing a bee nest and has like a scythe. I was like, bro, what? This guy right here, beekeeper.
Oh yeah, I like that one the best.
That one's so crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? He's a beekeeper? Like,
Yeah.
what does that even mean? But you'll notice each of the characters, they have like a doom mask, which is like a breathing apparatus essentially.
Yeah.
So they have some way of like not breathing in the creeping death. Obviously, it's like it's medieval,
Right.
so it's like, bruh, would they really have gas masks? That's crazy, but it's not that big of a stretch, you know.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm kind of really hyped for it. Honestly, it looks just like it's definitely not as goofy as Space Gets necessarily, but it just looks like it'd be fun to play and it's quick. And you only need
little
three
rapid fire
guys.
skirmish.
3 guys.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Like even Trench Crusade, you need at least
Easy
like 6.
Easy.
Oh, good one, bro. Good
I do
one.
that sometimes.
But yeah, so those are 3 games that I've backed recently that just look cool, and I wanted to shed some more light on them because fuck it, we ball and support the homies, and they're just cool people. But if all else, if you don't check out any other game, please at least go check out Flames of Orion, because they're the only game that, as of this being uploaded, the only game that the Kickstarter is still going for. So please check it out. It's got, like, when we're recording this, 4 days left, but the day it goes up, it should be the last day of the Kickstarter. So go show them some love.
Was
dude,
that June 4th? Or June 3rd?
I believe so. June 3rd? I don't know.
It's Tuesday, June 3rd.
Yeah. So we'll keep it rocking. So, but yeah, that's mainly it. Did you have anything else you wanted to kind of schmooze on about, brother? We were at like 43 minutes.
Let me think.
Any other game demos you've been playing? We've been playing the shit out of Helldivers recently.
Yeah, my dad and brother discovered it, so we've been back on it.
Your dad is already like higher level than you.
Yes.
Which is great. Your dad must be playing it a lot. Well, he is playing a lot.
My brother.
He texts me like every day. Like, hey, you want to play Helldivers?
We have a group chat with my dad.
Yeah, and sometimes he'll just text me and not in the group chat, which is so funny.
Why isn't he texting me? Well, no, he texts me individually too. I don't think he understands the group chat dynamic fully.
It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, it's been really fun playing with Vic and your dad. They're crazy.
Yeah.
They're fucking crazy. But yeah, we defended Super Earth from the squid threat.
Will you hand me my phone? I could read the audience some of the statements my dad has put out about defending Super Earth.
Yeah, please.
Let's see. He's very creative.
You know what? That's what some people would call that.
Let's see. I crave glorious death in the never-ending battle for democracy. When I delivered democracy to the mother of all Illuminate, it sounded like someone running in flip-flops.
God fucking damn it, Brad. That's so good, actually.
Launching tyranny in the trebuchet of democracy.
A trebuchet of democracy.
He said that me and Caleb are anal polyps on the ass end of democracy.
Brother, what? I did not realize that.
Um,
Because we weren't playing.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, your dad is playing way more than us recently.
Let's see,
bro.
he texted us Monday. He's like, Helldivers, I feel like you both are not holding up your responsibility of
And
defending
bro, I've been
democracy.
playing. It's just he plays while I'm working. I'm like, bruh, I'm working. I
he
can't play.
works hybrid, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he's also kind of high up at his job, so he can kind of fuck off and do whatever he wants.
That's fair.
Protecting democracy with the fist of liberty.
Hell yeah.
Every step I take is in the crushed skulls of the unrighteous.
Oh, I remember him saying that. That one was crazy, bro. That's like a Warhammer quote for sure.
I don't know where he comes up with these. While you were sleeping, I was defending the freedom of Super Earth. Let's see. Oh yeah, what is a chicken jockey?
Chicken Jackie. Oh yeah, because me and Max. He was texting me and Max while me and Max were together.
What the fuck are you saying?
And he was like, let's play Helldivers, and me and Max were just like,
Chicken Jackie.
Chicken Jackie.
Chicken Jackie.
Chicken Jackie.
He's like,
that's
what the hell is a chicken jockey?
That's the only thing we would reply with. So funny.
My goodness. He even texted earlier today, like right as I got here, like Helldivers. I was like, I told you yesterday I can't. I'm really sorry.
Bruh.
I feel bad that I've been too busy to play or I've been too tired to play. How dare we neglect
our father?
What do you mean our?
He's my dad too now.
Mm-hmm.
That's how this
you
works.
hit on him all the time. What are you saying?
That he's my dad. I don't hit on your dad. I don't know what you're talking about. Do. No, I don't. Oh, God forbid a guy compliments another guy. Oh.
He flirts with my dad, chat.
I don't flirt with anyone's dad.
You are bullshitting so hard now.
I've never flirted with your dad, not even once. Not even one time.
You're lying through your teeth.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what you're doing.
Gaslighting's not crazy.
You're crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what your little friends told you that?
Did you see that on the internet or something? Do you even know what that means?
Quit weaponizing therapy, bro.
You always do this.
You always do this. That's why no one believes you.
Name 3 times I did it.
Name 3 times I've flirted with your dad. Yeah. So funny.
Man. Let's see. I haven't been playing any other demos that chat would actually be interested in.
I got Doom Eternal.
How's that?
Shout out my homie Charles. He gave me a copy for my birthday. I haven't gotten that far, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we hit 25 subs on YouTube, so I gotta play GTA 5 now.
25 subscribers! So yeah, we're fucking famous now, obviously.
Yeah.
Very chill. But yeah, I mean, big things coming for the pod soon, dude. We might be like kind of low key.
Once I finish Witcher, I'll play GTA and provide updates on GTA.
100%, and we're gonna hold you to that. Also,
if we hit
1,000,
I'll finish Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I'll do GTA updates once I finish the Witcher 3 DLCs.
That's gonna take you a while, bro. I'm just letting you know right now.
It's coming. I will play GTA 5.
Like the Blood and Wine DLC is a vampire DLC.
Ooh.
It's legitimately as long as the normal like main story was.
More Witcher.
Yeah, it's like a whole nother game. It's crazy.
GTA 5 will come. I just think
honestly, Loki, I'm gonna like start the DLC again when you start it because it's so fun, and I've only replayed
Blood and Wine
DLC.
comes first, right?
No, Heart of Stone comes first.
Okay. God, I really gotta start grinding on it again.
That you do.
But I think we're at a good stopping point, especially now that the wife has gotten home.
Yeah. Also, big things coming for the pod. We might or might not have some slight little merch coming soon.
Just a little bit of merch.
A little bit of merch.
Just a smidgen of merch.
And there may or may not be a cool event that we're sponsoring at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
More details to come, but all my trenchers and my DFW area trench crusaders, keep your ear to the fucking ground, brother, because we get a pretty cool event going on towards August.
Mm-hmm.
I can't give all the info yet, more details to come, but
Soon.
soon, promise. Pinky swear. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited. So, yeah. I think that about wraps up today's episode of Witches and Wizards. I cast testicular torsion.
I cast. Go get.
Oh, yeah.
How was my mama voice?
That's pretty good, honestly. I feel like
My grandpa lives in Oklahoma. He lives in. I won't. I was about to say where I won't dox, and there's like 5 people where he lives. I love his accent, so I imitate him quite a bit. I wish I could do his little smoker's laugh that he has. That's super wheezy. I can't even do it.
I was like, you didn't.
Little wheezy laugh. He sounds like the penguin from Toy Story. Like that. Like you.
That's horrible. Jesus, dude. That's fucked up.
Oh, God. Shout out my grandpa.
Shout out grandpa. Shout out my mom.
I love your mom.
Who doesn't? My mom's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
My mom's a badass.
Yeah.
She's the best.
She is.
Literally
anyway,
the best.
Later, lizards.
Love y'all. Deuces. Oh, and see you next Tuesday.
Oh, see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.